What's up everyone, it's your boy Jaco here, and I'm bringing you yet again another tutorial. In this tutorial I will be teaching you how to do some backwards aerialing, and I also have at the end a little training pack that I put together for all of you guys that when you want to go in and practice your backwards aerialing. It's a pretty nice one. It goes from kind of mediocre easy to hard. It's just a overall really good training pack that I put together for you guys. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it and start getting some tips and hints. I'm not going to go over any of my controls. I do have that in my first tutorial if you're interested in checking that out. It is the secret to perfect air dribbling. And alright, without further ado, let's go. So what I did, mainly to get better at my backwards aerialing, I would just learn my control. So I would go up and I would try just to aim for the right side of the net and touch the very top, and then say on this one, okay, I want to go from the left and then go right. I'll just kind of hover myself to where I want to go. And really the best tip I can give you is to just continue practicing going from one side back to the other side and just kind of feathering your boost and knowing where you want to go exactly. I mean, you can even go as far as to, okay, well, I want to go to this boost. Okay, no, I want to go to this boost. And just by controlling your car and practicing once you're backwards, and just feathering your boost, going to where you want to go, learning how to twist your car a little bit. Another tip that I can give you is you just got to remember when you're doing backwards aerials, your controls are reversed. So basically, when you're upside down like this, your left is your right and your right is your left. And you never want to pitch too far backwards because you'll just start spiraling down. So you want to try and kind of keep a good little medium happy. So you want to be kind of pitched a little bit, but not pitched too far, so you can always straighten up, straighten down. And then once you get more fluent with this right here, just learning how to feather your boost, fly into where you want to fly backwards, then you want to go in to the training packs that I've made, if you would like, and just practice hitting a ball. I have some ones that are non-moving targets, and then it starts moving, so you'll be able to get the gist of, oh, okay, well, this one's going that way, so I need to correct myself over here. Or, oh, this one might backboard, so I'm going to wait, dip down, catch it off backboard. The best advice I can give you is to get really fluent with just doing it with nothing and just kind of just floating around. Like, come off this wall, keep your car backwards, and just float. And then just try to just keep it going. This one, once you get here, jump off the wall, and just keep it going backwards. And once you can get really fluent at this right here, you'll be able to aerial backwards like a god, in my opinion. Like, it just takes a little bit of time and a little bit of concentration. But once you can learn how to do this back and forth with really next to no issues, you should be pretty good to go in and start doing some practice with the ball. And I will be doing a small tutorial, not really tutorial, but I will be doing at the end of this video here, showing you my training pack, how I hit the shots, and if you would like, you can try to replicate those. As far as backwards aerialing, it's more about just feathering your boost, keeping a nice little pitch, because you don't want to pitch too far or too forward. I mean, you can pitch forward more than you can back. If you pitch too far back, you're more than likely not going to be able to save yourself, because once you start pitching far back, it's going to want to come down. You're going to have to boost really hard just to keep it back up. That's why I say you really want to just keep that medium happy. That way you can pitch a little bit up, and you're not really throwing yourself to the ground. See, like, if I go like this and I pitch like this, now look how hard I have to use my boost to get back up, and I couldn't even recover on that one. See, now, like, if I have my car pitched medium, I can go backwards, I can go upwards, and I can still keep my car afloat. See, once you get that too far down, you really got boost, and you can't even pull back up out of it. So my advice is to just learn how to get up, backwards, and feather, and just keep that slight little angle. You want to keep your nose kind of tipped towards the goal. That way you can always come down real hard, get the ball, or if need be, you can always raise up and then come back in if you had to. Another tip that I really like to do is I like to come off net like that and keep myself afloat. And then I'll actually come back down and just keep doing that. And that really helps your control, because doing this, it really learns you to get on your boost a little faster if you have to. And another thing is you can actually double jump, which you can jump and then double jump, and it will get you in the air that much faster. So say the ball is higher in the air, you want to double jump, get your car in the air, that way you can come down on top of it. And say you're going for a ball, and you know you can get a better angle by going backwards. So what you'll do is you'll come up and you'll do a little twist, and then you just kind of float yourself to wherever you need to be. You just remember, when you're doing your twist, it's only a half twist, and then you're backwards. And then from there, it's just feathering your boost, boost control, boost control, boost control. And then repetitive. Just practice. Keep doing, just even after you complete my training, say you go and you complete my training, you get 100%. It never hurts to come in here back to free play and just float around, just keeping that boost control, floating it around backwards, and even learning how to go around the goal or around the field like this is still learning really good boost control. And it also teaches you, okay, well, I'm coming this way, so I need to rotate this way. And then you just follow the field, and then every now and then switch it up and go the other way, so you're forced to use your other roll. And you just go around the field like this. This is just another way to really learn how to feather your boosts, which will come in handy when you're air dribbling, when you're aerialing. I mean, even necessarily on the ground. Like, most people don't think about it, but feathering your boost on the ground can be a really good concept too. Instead of full boost into where you want to go, you can just tap, hit your supersonic and let that carry you the rest of the way. That way you're not supersonic, just kind of like a little feather, and then boom, supersonic. And that way you wasted less boost and you're still hitting your supersonic. Because I do believe it takes three really good boosts to hit your supersonic. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of them. 4 boosts to hit your supersonic, okay, compared to smashing down on it and you're wasting all that extra boost. Oh, that's just another really good way to learn to do your aerialing. Like, even flying backwards around, like, since this is a backwards aerial tutorial, like, flying backwards around the field will really help you out too. So just kind of like boost controlling it backwards, doing your twist, and just keeping control. So that is it for all the boring talk. I will now get into doing my tutorial on my training pack and teaching you guys how I hit my shots and what's the best way to go at them and so forth and etc. I really appreciate you watching all this, and I really hope to see you guys doing my training pack. So this is my training pack. This is the one that I created for backwards aerialing. It's just a simple, nice little one. It's got 14 shots. It goes from easy to medium to hard to a little bit harder, because there are some backboard reads in there too. So I just figured I'd throw a bunch in there just so you guys can get the gist of what you might be looking at in a gameplay. The first couple shots are just the ball standing still, and it's super simple, just to get you flying at an object so you're more on point, you know, when it comes to a moving ball. Like, it will get you the gist, okay, that I can angle myself this way, or I can angle this way and still get to the ball. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into the practice, and we'll go from there. So as you can see here, the ball is just standing still. It's a nice simple little one. It will teach you how to control your car a little better. Like, I'm going to show you multiple ways of how you could hit this. I'm not going to worry about going through getting 100%, showing you guys, look, it's 100%. I want to take time on each shot and show you what your options really are. So, I mean, there are quite a few options, really. I mean, you don't have to backwards aerial the whole time. I mean, say okay, right now you're heading back to goal and you see, oh, the ball's up here and I can go backwards for this. So what you'll do is, instead of going backwards the whole time, you'll start your backwards descent, and then you'll rotate your car and then get your touch. Okay. Or if you want to just backwards aerial the whole time, there's multiple options, okay? You can either, like on this one, for example, I'll show you, you can go really high and then come down on the ball. So what I'll do is I'll go up and then I'll feather down into the ball. Still get my goal. It looks nice. Or you can do what I do a lot of the times. I will just kind of do like a floaty backwards one and just kind of control my car until I get the right angle and then drop it in. Like I said, there's multiple options. Like, now that we've covered multiple ways to show you how you can actually put this shot in different ways and just kind of wrapping your head around that, I'll go ahead and we'll move on to the next shot. We'll just go ahead and do a nice little simple one here. Put her in the back of the net, and we'll move on. So basically what I did is I put a shot from pretty much different angles on the field. So you got, now on this shot, if you watch, one from the left, one from the center. It's a little bit higher, so you actually have to get up a little bit higher, get a touch on the top side of the ball, a little bit more, drop it so you can read a little bit better. Which you have to boost this a little bit faster, maybe do a little boost jump with it, like double jump when you boost. Now this next one, it's a little bit lower, and you have to get a little bit more of a center touch on the ball to get what you want out of it. It's not really as complicated, but it makes you actually have to work for it a little bit more. So if you watch, you can actually kind of see that I do like a fast aerial. I get up above the ball and I come down on top of the ball and push it straight into the net. Easy peasy, right? That's what everybody says. Okay. Now this one, it's a bouncing one. It will bounce, and then you want to catch it when it's coming down from the bounce. So you'll want to feather your boost a little bit more, which I went a little slow there, but you still get the gist of it, and you want to catch the ball. And this one, it's the same thing, it's just on the opposite side. It bounces, you want to feather your boost, and you want to catch it when it's coming in front of the net. Now the next shot is fairly the same thing. As you can see here, I'm just feathering my boost, not pushing hard. Now the next shot's fairly the same thing, it's just opposite side. You just want to feather your boost, and you want to catch it when it drops right in front of the net. And you want to just kind of be repetitive as possible on these, and just watch how I feather my boost and just practice feathering. The next one comes through center. It's more of a moving target, so it gets you the feeling of hitting a target that's moving, so you know, okay, what's coming over here, I need to adjust myself that way, get the touch, push it in the net. And this one, same thing, the opposite side. You're just getting the gist of hitting a moving target that's coming from the opposite side. This one is the same thing. It's a little bit higher of a ball, and you got to get the touch a little bit quicker. And this one, it bounces over your car, and then you kind of want to just feather your boost, and you want to catch it kind of at its peak of where it's starting to come down, and you should get a nice little touch to throw your defender off. It's a really happens quite a bit, actually. So you'll just kind of just feather your boost, do a little turn, drop it in. This is my backboard one. Basically, you just got to be a little faster, get your backboard read. This is another backboard one. This one comes off from the left side, and you have to read it. It's not so fast, but it's fast enough to where you actually have to do like a double jump, reverse maybe a little bit further to catch it. This one's another backboard. You have to reverse a little bit more to catch it, and it got to be a little bit faster to get to the ball to where you want to be at. These ones are really nice because, I mean, you see backboards a lot, and a lot of times you're turned away from them, so this will help you, like, oh, well, I can go up, I can get that touch, easy net. So on this one, basically, the ball is going to hit the ground, and then it's going to bounce really high, and then it's going to hit the ground again. So on this one, you have relatively two options. You can either catch it when it's high in the air and drop it. Now, if you watch on this one, catch it on the bounce. I go high, I'm going to show you both, and then I catch it mid-air, drop, and I just put it right in the net, nice and easy. Or you can feather your boost, get up high to get the touch on the ball, and that's all you need. And on this one, if you watch, I actually let the ball touch the ground first. I kind of like feather my boost to get behind the ball, let it touch, catch it on the bounce. And that is the conclusion of my backwards aerial training practice. And any feedback, and I will also drop the code down in the description if you want to go and try my training pack. And thank you all for tuning in. Thank you very much.